Hello everyone, welcome back to Stir the Coco. This is episode 4 and we are calling it I Can't Believe It, because let me tell you why. There is amazing research on the benefits of playing the sport of tennis. And it is literally going to be mind-blowing when you find out this Coco tip for today. All right. So first of all, let me share with you the research that's out there regarding playing the game of tennis. First of all, there was a recent study made by the Copenhagen City Heart Study, and they published it in the Mayo Clinic Proceedings. And they followed around 9,000 people for 25 years, and they were tennis players. And they discovered that tennis, are you ready for this? Okay, hope you're sitting down, pull over if you're driving, because this is shocking news. Tennis adds 9.7 years to your life. Yes, 9.7 years to your life. It is amazing news. And you know what? I can tell you that firsthand, having played tennis since I was 9 years old, I've seen many people play tennis, different ages, and literally I have 90-year-olds, 80, 90 on the tennis court, no problem playing some tennis. So I've seen it. And it is amazing. And you're going to be like, okay, what is tennis doing that other sports don't? Well, you're going to find out today, because I had the opportunity to interview a tennis pro, and she is going to share with you why this could be the reason that tennis adds 9.5 years to your life. So in a minute, I'll be sharing my interview with her. It was such a joy. It was actually a beautiful fall day, and we just had great conversation, and then we actually played a little tennis. So it is really exciting for me to share that with you. But before we get out on the courts, I want to share your vocabulary for today. And first of all, what you need to play tennis is a racket. So here we go. The word for racket in Spanish is raqueta. And here I am holding up a mini racket. I got probably went thrifting in a estate sale, and it is adorable. I have it hanging actually on my wall as a decoration. It is a mini racket. I think maybe like an American doll could play with this. But here we go. So I'm holding it up. So usually by looking at objects, visual association can help you learn the word. Here we go. Repitan. Raqueta. All right, let's try that again. And make sure you end with like the face that you make when you're at the dentist. Raqueta. All right, one more time. Racket. Raqueta. Perfect. Here we go. Well, to play tennis, you need a tennis ball. So here's the word for ball. Pelota de tenis. Pelota de tenis. And that is tennis ball. So I'm going to try that again. This is for tennis ball. The word for ball for any sport, you have to specify what sport, is pelota. But today we're talking about a tennis ball. So here we go. Pelota de tenis. And this is a good vocabulary or words because it works with the letter E. And the letter E can be sometimes challenging when you're not used to it in Spanish. One more time. Pelota de tenis. Perfect. And this is good to practice all these muscles in your face. It's a good exercise. Your brain is loving this. All right. Well, the next thing that I'm going to teach you is it is very important when you play tennis to stay hydrated. If not, you can get a little dizzy, and that is not good. So always, I recommend, having played tennis quite a bit and sometimes in really hot weather, to hydrate even an hour or two before with electrolytes, and then obviously throughout your, while you're playing tennis. So the word for drink water, and this, you can use this phrase when you're, walking around the house, and make sure you tell everyone, Toma, agua. That means drink water. Now, some of you might be like, oh, wait, I've studied Spanish and the word beber means to drink. Yes, but the verb tomar has a huge list of reasons when you can use it. And one of them is in conversational colloquial Spanish, we tend to use it to mean, one of the reasons, drink. So you might have seen advertisements like drink Coca-Cola, toma Coca-Cola, okay? So that is where it comes from. Okay, so let's go over our word again. Drink water, toma agua. It's a great one. Walk around today, make sure you tell everyone to hydrate and be like, toma agua. Perfect. Okay, now I have two more words for you. In the game of tennis, there are winners and there are losers. I mean, we're not going to call them losers, but someone's got to win and someone's got to lose. So if you win, you can walk around and do the happy dance. And this is how you're going to say, I won. Gané! All right, here we go. Let's try that again. Gané! See that E? Like I said, it's a good letter to work on today, the letter E. And here we go again. Gané! That means I won. Now, you can use that not just with tennis, but, around the house, and you just want to let everyone know that you are, queen or king. You can be like, gané. All right? Good. Okay. Sadly, someone's got to lose in the game of tenis. All right. So here's the word I lost. Perdí. I'm sorry. I lost. Perdí. Again, you can use that with other things. If you were, anything in your life, and you just come home and you're like, oh, shoot, I lost, Well, perdí. But you know what? There's always a time where you could gané. All right, so the word I lost is perdí. And it ends with the letter I, so you could do a little emphasis with the I. Perdí. All right, so those are your words. Let's go over them again. So the word for racket, raqueta, tennis ball. Pelota de tenis. Get some water, drink your water. Toma agua. I won. Gané. I lost. Perdí. Well, good job, everyone. Those were challenging phrases, so you are doing fantabulous. Well, we are off right now to have a little chat with Tennis Pro Lynn. So I hope you enjoyed this clip. Hello, everyone. Well, welcome to Stir the Coco. I am so excited to share with you today. This is a very special episode because I have an amazing guest here. Lynn is going to talk to us. First of all, Lynn is a professional tennis player, and she is going to talk to us about the benefit of tennis, the physical as well as for cognitive health. And you're going to learn some amazing pieces of information. So Lynn, welcome, and thank you for being here with us.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
It is, first of all, a beautiful fall day, and that is one of the perks of tennis, that when it's a beautiful day, you can get outside and play the sport for free, as long as you find a court. And isn't that right, Lynn?
It's true. Yes, doesn't cost a penny.
So, Lynn, let's talk about the sport of tennis. Tell me some of the things that help with physical as well as mental well-being. Tell me about it.
There was the study that I think you've mentioned in the past, that you can add 9 years to your life. And so by doing that, when you play tennis 3 times a week, it decreases your risk of heart problems by 50%. And that's huge. It means getting off the couch and just coming out, and you don't have to be a good tennis player. but getting out and hitting balls with a friend, if you find a coach that you like, that's really important. And also, the mental aspect of that is when you're on the tennis court, you have to follow the ball, figure out what your next move is. There's a lot going on. You have to have agility, being able to move to the ball and create different angles and different things. There's a lot of thinking that goes on. You're not just hitting the tennis ball. When you get to a certain level, you really have to plan things out, and you've got a split second to do it.
I agree with that. Actually, also, when you said the thinking process is keeping track of the score, how many times do we forget the score and it's only been like a few seconds? Would you agree?
It's true. It's very true. Which is why they have scorecards, which is a great invention.
Yes. And sometimes I've seen someone had even the special little thing, a watch they have where they can mark the score even sooner than it takes you to get to the scorecard.
I've seen those wristbands
Yes, that's
where
what it
they
is.
can flip 4-3. You can do it on your wrist, which if you forget, it's something good to have.
See, so there's something to help you out. You don't need to panic about it. So, Lynn, are there other things that you want to tell us about this amazing sport? Because we are a little impartial. We love the sport.
Yes. So the other thing is it's very social. So for people who are maybe more introverted or looking for something to do, something to fill their days, fill their time, you can play singles, you can play doubles, you can be part of a league, part of a group. And I had about 9 or 10 women that started taking lessons from me about a year ago. And I said to them, you can take lessons continually, but you really need to put that into practice. So we formed a team, a beginning level team, through the USTA. They played all summer, and they had a ball because they learned about movement, about scoring, about how things work, about meeting other people. And it was really a great experience for them, and they would never have done it without my pushing.
And what was the age range of these women?
They are all of them 40 plus.
So there you go. You don't have to be a kid to start playing tennis. Lynn, also you mentioned, or you were talking to me earlier, that amazing study, like the more times you play, then it's better for your health.
Yes, so 3 times a week, and then that decreases your risk of heart disease by 50%. And the other interesting fact is they did a study several years ago, and they surveyed 10,000 people regarding loneliness, and 80 being the highest score. And they found that the Gen Z people, the 18 to 22-year-olds, scored an average of 50, and the baby boomers were 43. There's lots of people out there that are lonely, and I have personal opinions about the phone and technology, and you can get everything you need at the push of a button, but you don't get this interaction, and that's what tennis provides, because you find other people who are passionate like you are, and you don't have to be a great tennis player.
No, you don't. And I think that's sometimes as adults, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves and we're afraid to step into trying something because, oh, I'm not going to be good enough or, oh, I'm too old for this. Uh, what's the age range of people that you've seen playing tennis with you or that you've trained?
My youngest student is 4, and probably my oldest student was 70, and everybody
Wonderful.
in between.
That's great. I've even seen some that are 80 plus out on the tennis court. And actually, there's a woman, they're going to do a story on her. I was reading up, and she is in her late 90s. And she still gets out there and is hitting the ball. So,
We met somebody who had just gotten back from the Senior Olympics in Texas several years ago. He was one of the referees, and he had said when he was there were 2 gentlemen that were playing. One was 98,
excuse me, what? 98?
and the other one was 99.
Oh my gosh.
And they were playing, And when they were finished, the one gentleman said, off to bowling, and they went off to their next activity. So if you've been given the gift of health, you need to use it.
I like that, Lynn. You do need to use it. There's this beautiful day today, and if you're healthy, you should be outside doing something.
Agree? Yes.
Lynn, we want to know, what do we need to get started? So if someone that just heard us and said, oh my gosh, what do I need? What do I need? Where do I go? What things do people need to get started to play tennis?
Everybody has clothing to wear, and
Okay.
you can wear anything. Everybody has a pair of tennis shoes, and all you need is a racket
There you go.
and a can of balls.
Okay. We can totally do that.
It's easy.
You can get racket or tennis balls anywhere, even Target. I've seen them. You don't need to go to a special tennis store. Okay. And so racket and tennis balls.
That's it. And if you want to take lessons, then if you have a friend that maybe plays with someone, or you can call your local club and they can recommend somebody if you want somebody that's a female, a male, someone's older, someone who's younger, and then they can hook you up with someone and you can find someone that you like. And if it doesn't work, then you just say, thank you, I just don't think this is working, and you find someone else, and it's okay.
I agree. And actually, I know I work with different pros, but different days of the week, I have different pros. And that's great too, because you learn their different tips and tricks and styles. So actually, that's good too.
Yes.
Lynn, it has been such a true joy to have you here. And you are just a wealth of knowledge and an inspiration to all of us. And I really appreciate your time here. And we're going to actually go hit the courts right now. So we've got to go. Sorry, but we're going to go play some tennis. She's definitely going to kick my butt ski. but at least I'm going to move around. Here we go. Everyone, I hope you enjoyed my conversation with Tennis Pro Lynn, and I hope this will motivate everyone to maybe go try and hit the courts. Thank you so much for being here today, and please subscribe on YouTube, check us out on Spotify, Apple iTunes, and we'll see you next time. Hasta luego. Adios.